All right, we're talking today about beta to alpha. And I'm going to speak from personal experience. There's 4 steps. But why I speak from personal experience is because a while back, 6 months ago, I started personal training, and I was 1 out of 20 new appointments conversion to personal training, which is terrible. Terrible. When you're in that situation and your livelihood, your income is dependent on new people signing up, and you can only sign up 1 out of 20. That's random chance. Every new situation feels terrible, it feels frightening, it feels anxious. And then when you leave that situation and they don't buy yet again, you end up beating the crap out of yourself. And now, today, thankfully, I convert at about 1 out of 4, 1 out of 3 people that sign up. I speak from the heart. I look people in the eye. I stand up when they say no. I fight for what I believe in. I express myself in these selling situations. I usually get what I want unless someone really isn't prepared for it. And that's such a big shift that has changed the rest of my life. How I relate to my friends, my parents, how I show up and even just talk to my boss at work, how I feel about myself, how I feel about my job. And when you're stuck in beta programming, getting anxious, not speaking up, letting other people push you around, trust me, I can relate. I can relate. And this video is going to contain those 4 steps that you need to take in order to become alpha. And by taking these 4 steps, you're going to actually make pretty rapid progress in becoming more confident, more certain, and getting tremendous more happiness out of your relationships and avoiding so much shame. So much shame can be avoided if we actually follow these 4 steps. So are you ready? Are you ready? I'm excited. Okay, so first, if you really want to absorb this, I'm going to ask you to pause the video. Please pause the video and actually grab a pen and paper, because if you just watch this video and you don't apply it, if you don't write something down, you aren't going to get anything out of it. I know, it'll be passive information. I do it all the time. But the videos that I actually take time to jot down a few notes on, I actually restore it, I actually act on it. So write down these 4 steps. Mindset, try, practice, learning. 4 things you gotta write down. Do it right now. Yeah, cool, I'm serious. Mindset, try, practice, and learning. Write that down, because here are those 4 steps. Let's go into detail. I believed I could become a personal trainer. I believed I could, that I had the same amount of qualifications as anyone else. And I worked at a gym, fortunately, where I could see other people who were not necessarily any more handsome or any better looking than me. They were selling personal training. They were doing it. They had clients, and I thought to myself, there's no reason I can't do that. There's no reason I can't do that. And I had the right attitude of mindset that you can change your personality. And that's actually a biological fact as well. It's tough to change your personality, but you can. Let me explain why in 2 sentences. I'm not a neuroscientist, but this is pretty easy. Every time you have an experience, your brain is firing, right? Like my brain right now, by seeing this green grass out here, isn't this a beautiful shot? I love out here. This is where I always film. It's beautiful. Anyways, my brain is firing neurons just by absorbing everything into my eyes and, processing. So every time your brain experiences something, it's firing neurons. And every time a neuron gets fired, get this, it grows stronger. So if we're able to put ourselves in new situations fire neurons, our brain is going to grow different connections. So new situations, neurons, different connections. Different connections equals different personality. All right, that's kind of the science. That's the first step. That's mindset. You can change your personality. Look at me, look at me, look at me, damn it, look at me. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can be more assertive. You can be more daring and risky and bold and brave and enthusiastic and passionate. Trust me, I was not this way. I still have beta programming, but I still am insecure in some ways. I'm still shy, but I've come a hell of a long ways. Hell of a long ways, and you can too. And it's the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Sign up for our newsletter too, so you'll get all my articles and see all these videos and see where we're doing free events in Silicon Valley. But onwards to try. So the reason most people will never shift their personality in a powerful way is they will not be willing to try again and again and again and again and again, which means they are never going to be able to practice again and again and again and again and again. Now, most people, they realize they're going to have to put in some work, and they fail because of one simple reason. You ready? They don't change their environment. They don't switch teams. They don't find different friends. They don't work in a different environment. For me, when I switched into personal training, I switched into a gym environment that forced me every day to become more confident. That gave me the environment in which to try again and again and again, to practice again and again and again and again. And maybe you don't want to become good at selling. I get it. Selling to you might sound sleazy, manipulative. I get it. Trust me, I felt the same way. I thought, wow, like this is really sleazy. Now I don't feel that way at all. But you might want to be more expressive. You might want to stand up for yourself. You might want to be more assertive. These all take practice. You gotta try. You gotta put your heart on the line again and again and again. And if you don't have an environment that supports you, it feels too bad for you to get the necessary reps. It feels too bad. Write this down. If I don't feel good and supported, I won't do the necessary reps. That's why environment is so important. You gotta feel supported and good that you're doing this hard work, and the work is hard. When you're trying to put yourself out there, you're going to get anxious. And when you don't get the result you want, you're going to beat yourself up. Trust me, I've been through this many times. Many, many times. Beating myself up, wondering, what did I do wrong? Why am I so anxious? God damn it, again? God damn it, again? And if I had not had the support of friends, if I had not been kind to myself, if I had not had the right mindset that I can do this, I wouldn't have persevered. So in the beginning, when you first try something new, you're going to be bad at it. Set your expectations low, all right? Like write down on that piece of paper or on that notepad, my expectations are low in the beginning, because I know that as I continue to expose myself to new situations, my brain will automatically make new connections, and I'll automatically become a more assertive person, situation by situation by situation. Even if it takes 3 months or 6 months, I'm gonna do it. So write that down, because it's really important that you understand you got to be able to try and practice again and again and again. That means not beating yourself up. It means finding people who support you. And if you want to come to one of our free workshops, just subscribe below. You're going to be surrounded by people who are going to support you to becoming your best version of yourself. It's in Silicon Valley. You'll find the links on our website. But other than that, what's really, really key is learning from failure. And this mentality, this mentality of, I am gonna reprogram my personality. It's not for everyone, okay? It's really not for everyone. It's too tough. So, I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you, and I get it. It's too tough for most people. For the ones that do want to become more powerful, more assertive, and they really want to have this so ingrained that it's natural for them, you need to be able to reflect and get feedback upon your behavior. So with selling, it's pretty easy. They buy or they didn't buy, or they said no for no reason. No for this reason, no for that reason. I could reflect and question how I was presenting the information. So, see, I had this competition around me of other trainers who were selling, and it was the same people that were coming in, and they would sell to them, I wouldn't. So I knew it was something up with me. That made me feel terrible. But I kept learning. After each appointment, I would write down, hey, here's what went well, here's what didn't well. I'd read books, listen to podcasts, try to figure this out. And now, it's from 1 out of 20, I'm 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4. It's amazing. It's changed everything in my life. It's amazing. I'm standing up for myself. And that's what I want you to do in this video, after this video. I want you to stand up for yourself. I want you to be able to go up to your boss at work and say, hey, that deadline? No. What the fuck? Not what the fuck, but no. No. I have my time off. I'm taking my time off. Something like that. It doesn't have to be in that word, but I want you feel how I stood up for myself right there? I want you to be able to stand up for yourself. Say, hey, to someone, hey, though you hurt me with your words. Bam, wow, that's power. That's expressing yourself. So 4 steps: mindset, try and practice. To do the try and practice effectively, change your environment and don't beat yourself up. Learn from your failures is the last step. And then subscribe. If you find this useful, subscribe. Come to our free workshops. We're in Silicon Valley. All right, enough said. Rock on.